Divorce lawyer Ryan Besinque, NYC divorce attorney. There are two types of divorce in NY state, contested and uncontested. An uncontested divorce is when both marriage partners mutually agree to end the marriage and work cooperatively to agree on asset division, child support, alimony, child custody and visitation, as well as other matters concerning the marriage. In some cases, a couple may believe they do not need an uncontested divorce lawyer. However, it is a good choice to consult a lawyer to review the legal details and ensure your rights are protected. In the state of New York, you must meet at least one of these requirements in order to file for divorce. The marriage took place in NY and either spouse has been living here continuously for 1 year prior to filing for divorce. Both spouses have been living in NY as a married couple, with one spouse living here continuously for 1 year prior to filing for divorce. The grounds for divorce happened in NY state and either spouse has been living in NY continuously for 1 year prior to filing for divorce. The grounds for divorce happened in New York and both spouses lived in New York prior to filing for divorce. The marriage did not take place in NY, but one spouse has been living here continuously for 2 years prior to filing for divorce. There are 7 grounds that a couple can use to seek a divorce under NYC law. They include irretrievable breakdown of the marriage, commonly called a no-fault divorce. No-fault divorce in New York, Ryan Besinque, divorce attorney explains. In 2010, New York became the last state in the nation to enact no-fault divorce laws. While this legislation doesn't repeal the previous laws, no-fault allows a couple to divorce based on the grounds of both parties agree that the marriage was irretrievably broken. Divorce attorneys explore the difference between contested and uncontested divorce in NYC. When a couple can resolve their differences and come to mutual agreements concerning debts, assets, offspring, and other matters, it is considered an uncontested divorce. While in some cases when going through uncontested divorce the parties still rely on very skilled negotiation by their attorney, the final agreement between the couple does not require the intervention of the court system. How can your family benefit from divorce mediation? Although people tend to assume that their divorce will be contentious and unfriendly, having the assistance of a skilled divorce mediator can assist you in navigating the turbulent waters of a divorce with less animosity. Getting the assistance of an attorney as an experienced neutral party to mediate specific problematic issues serves both partners and can open the door for mutual communication and problem solving into the future. What do divorce lawyers advise regarding child support? Although in the state of New York both parents are responsible for the support of their offspring, under the law, it is presumed that the parent with physical custody is already paying their share of support and all the fees that come with it. NYC uses a formula for child support based on both parents' income multiplied by a percentage based on the number of offsprings. The formula has a cap for combined income that is adjusted periodically. In addition to that formula, the courts will also look further at the financial picture of the spouses, including the resources of both parents, whether one parent's income is far greater than the other's, any special needs that the offspring may have, the offspring's educational services or medical needs, the standard of living of the offspring pre-divorce, non-monetary contributions of both parents, divorce lawyers on child custody and visitation rights. There are 4 types of child custody that divorcing parents will need to consider if minors are involved. Sole and joint custody refer to how custody is shared between partners. Legal custody determines which parent has the decision-making power in the offspring's life regarding their education, medical, and religious upbringing. When one parent has physical custody, visitation must be established for the non-custodial parent. Establishing a set schedule may be better for all involved. How can you get alimony, spousal support, or maintenance? In a divorce, there is often the need to address the continuing financial support of one of the marital partners to make sure that he or she isn't left at a financial disadvantage. Alimony or spousal support is the temporary or permanent support of one spouse by the other. Separation agreements. Many circumstances may lead couples to choose legal separations, either prior to or as an alternative to divorce. Legal separation for a year is one of the grounds for divorce in New York. It can also be a valuable option if you are not yet ready for divorce, cannot divorce due to religious reasons, or are afraid of losing benefits such as medical insurance or a spouse's retirement benefits. Prenuptial and postnuptial agreements. Prenuptial and postnuptial agreements are contracts entered into by the 2 marital partners, either prior to the marriage or during the marriage, that cover financial aspects and division of assets in the case that the marriage terminates at some point in the future. Identify separate assets. Allocate responsibility for debts that were incurred before marriage. Address any expectations for spousal support, child support, and custody. Help provide for children from former marriages. What are the legal aspects of post-divorce modifications? Life is all about change, and circumstances will often change for a couple throughout the years, even after a divorce is final. One marital partner may want to relocate, or a custodial parent may ask for a modification of child support terms. Any changes to the original agreement should be modified legally so that its terms can be enforced by the court should the necessity arise. Going through high net worth divorce in New York. While any divorce can be complicated, this is especially true for high net worth divorces. High net worth divorces are defined as ones that involve $1 million in net liquid assets and over. Same-sex divorce. New York State legalized same-sex marriage, enacting the Marriage Equality Act in 2011. In 2015, national laws recognized same-sex marriage. Because of this, same-sex couples are now afforded the ability to get divorced the same as heterosexual couples. Domestic violence and divorce. While divorce is always stressful, it is compounded for those who have suffered through a violent marriage. Living through domestic violence is grueling enough, but divorcing a violent spouse comes with its own dangers. If your life is in danger, you should seek safety first and foremost. Call the police, file a restraining order, and get away from your abuser, if possible. We are here to help. Call now 929-251-4477.